You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Friday the 16th of May, 2025. It is 57 days after the spring equinox. It is 35 days before the summer solstice. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 27th day of Floréal, the day of the civet, of chives. The sun rises today at 5:37 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:52 p.m. The sun sets today at 8:07 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 8:39 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 9:18 p.m. The length of daytime today is 1 minute, 53 seconds, longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waning gibbous phase and is 85% full at midday. The last quarter will arrive on Tuesday, the 20th of May. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, high tide, 1:14 a.m., 1 meter 62. In the morning, low tide, 7:31 a.m., 6 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 1:50 p.m., 1 meter 37. In the evening, low tide, 7:41 p.m., 30 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, a pair of mallard ducks was spotted in Hallett's Cove yesterday, a male with his distinctive bright green head and a female in her mottled brown and white plumage. One of the most common ducks in North America, it's less often spotted in the cove than the seagulls, geese, and pigeons, who are regular denizens of this corner of the East River. Commemorations. On this day in 1689, the Japanese poet Basho left Edo on a journey that would take him to the northern provinces of Honshu. The trek took almost half a year, and was the inspiration for his long work, Oku no Hosomichi, The Narrow Road to the Deep North. This diary of his journey was written as a haibun, a literary form combining passages in prose with haiku. It is one of his most treasured works. On this day in 1884, the Italian inventor Angelo Moriondo received a patent for the very first espresso machine. The large device forced steam through the coffee grounds and reduced brewing times significantly. Moriondo unveiled his invention at that year's Turin General Exposition. He won a bronze medal, but curiously disappeared from history immediately afterwards. 20 years later, Luigi Bezzera and Desiderio Pavoni picked up on Moriondo's invention and presented their own improved version at the 1906 Milan International Exposition, creating the first modern espresso bar. Baristas everywhere, remember the progenitors of your calling. On this day in 1918, the Sedition Act of 1918 was passed by Congress. It criminalized dissent during wartime, threatening prison terms for certain kinds of speech. It was repealed 2 years later. Apparently, the value of free speech is something we have to fight for, generation after generation. A somber anniversary. On this day in 1966, the Chinese Communist Party published the May 16th notice. It announced the beginning of the Cultural Revolution. Remember all those who suffered in that time of cultural self-immolation. Finally, today we remember Studs Terkel, born on this day in 1912. The writer and broadcaster, who had a long-running radio show in Chicago, is best known for compiling oral histories of ordinary Americans. He once said, "Work is about a search for daily meaning as well as daily bread, for recognition as well as cash, for astonishment rather than torpor. In short, for a sort of life rather than a Monday through Friday sort of dying." Remember Studs Terkel today. And that is the Observatory, Friday the 16th of May, 2025.